Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of JetFuel. Yes, I know it's been a while, but let's just get right into it. How have you guys been? I hope you guys are doing well, taking care of yourselves. And today we're going to be talking about something that I've been thinking about a lot lately: the bar for content. So essentially, what is acceptable as valid content for entertainment? So let's just go back some 70 odd years, 1950s. Sure, at that point, like you had movies. Television didn't pick up that much. You had movies and you had radio shows. But I was specifically talking about visual media. So you had movies, and they took time to make because, of course, the machinery back then wasn't as developed as it is now. Let's go 20 years ahead, and that means we are in the 1970s. Television really picked up. So the length of the content you had to produce, of course, lowered. And with the advent in technology, of course, it became easier. So to wrap it up in the statement, in the 70s, it got easier to make entertainment. Move ahead by 20 years again, and we are in the 90s now. Again, television was still the king of entertainment content. And of course, with the advent of technology, it got easier to make the same shows that would take much longer to make in the 70s. Of course, not the same shows, but you know what I mean. Going back to the early 2000s, the internet got developed and people realized you could start watching content on the internet. Then we have the 2010s, of course, as we all know. If you're watching this, you probably know that people realized that they can make a living by making videos online. Again, the time that it took to make the videos is, again, way lower than television. And now more people are watching YouTube videos than ever. And this includes streams as well. Now let's move on to the 2020s. I can't believe that we are living in the 2020s, but that feels surreal to say, but it's a thing, I guess. Short form content is it's where it's at currently. I'm pretty sure everyone's YouTube recommended has the shorter videos, and you probably use TikTok or Instagram Reels if you're in India and it's banned. Instagram Reels is where it's at. Did anyone in the 70s think that the internet would exist? Yeah, there were a few dreamers, but like, did anyone think you would be able to consume content in the way that we do today? Did anyone in the 90s think that? Probably not. And even to think about the content creators that most people look up to or you watch, when they were a kid, they say like 5 to 9 years old, the profession of being a YouTuber didn't exist yet, which I feel is absolutely absurd to think about, because that means 20 years from now, when I probably have kids or something, I could be doing a job that hasn't been invented yet. That's absolutely baffling to me. How do you prepare for something that hasn't been invented yet? And this is just stuff that came into my head that I wanted to talk about, and I thought, hey, I could talk about it here because I have this. I haven't forgotten. Don't worry. But what is the learning that we get from this? It's not that complex. It's actually quite simple. Keep working hard. I mean, if you sometimes, I feel like when we're working hard, we're like, why am I doing this? You start questioning the purpose of why you're doing it. And it might not be clear now, but maybe you'll be in the future looking back while having a job that doesn't exist yet, or doing something that doesn't exist yet, and thinking, I'm glad I worked hard doing XYZ. Because at that point, I was lost. But hey, I worked hard, and now I'm gotten to the point which I didn't know existed back in 2021. Yeah, yeah. This is a bit weird episode of Jet Fuel, but hey, I'm back, and let's just have a jolly good old time. Uh, but yeah, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and your families as well. And again, I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.